Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and you already know what time it is. Let's check out the pre-order based and Card Kingdom based, in case you're curious, box EV, the expected value of a box of Dominaria. So how we do this is just look at the rares and mythics. I leave the uncommons out because they honestly usually contribute like 10-20 cents a pack. Although, I don't know if you're paying attention, but there are some crazy uncommons in this set. There's a lot of $1 uncommons. In fact, Damping Sphere is like $4.50. So this would maybe not be the right set to count out the uncommons. But whatever. I mean, that just means these numbers might be low. You know, they might be better than this. Also, though, I didn't cut out like rares below $1 or whatever, or 25-cent rare, 50-cent rares. Everybody's got their different cutoffs. This is just the value. But I also didn't add in the commons because, I mean, that's like 10x 25 cents. Well, then you get a $300 box EV. So don't think anybody really counts those realistically. So anyway, that's the math behind this. So let's go. We got Mythic. We got 43, 26, 18, 17, 16, which is all just fantastic. Amazing for a standard set. Even 8554 is pretty damn good. And then we just got some tail end. And finally, there's not a 50-cent Mythic that's red. In fact, the lowest end Mythic red is actually playable. It's not bad. It's like just a standard modular kicker, like vanilla flyer kind of. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's really not that bad. There's no Comet Storm in this damn set. But we'll see. We'll see where prices settle. So the myth average is actually pretty good here. Let's see. It's 1062, and that's the average mythic, just straight up. Just that's the average cost of a mythic if you had a pile of mythics. I guess I don't know of a better way to phrase that. So let's look at the rare only average. Now the rares don't look so good, but keep in mind, do not compare this to Modern Masters where it's $10 a pack. This would be devastatingly terrible. We'll just say, what is it? I forgot what the damn price is. What is it? It's about $2.99 a pack. I think that's what most people pay. Whatever the MSRP is, nobody pays that. So we'll just say $3 a pack. That's pretty typical. Some places are $3.50, some are $3.99, whatever. That's probably what the MSRP is. I have no idea why I can't remember that. Probably because it's been ages since anybody actually used it. But we got like 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 353, and then anything below that you're like, yeah, I pretty much lost money. It depends though. I don't remember. I think you can maybe get 2 rares in a pack, but your first rare has to not be a legendary, and then the legendary behind it has to be a rare, so it's incredibly unlikely. But let's just offset that with the fact that I'm hearing reports from everywhere that people are getting 0 rares in a pack. When it's a conditional thing, of course people are not going to test it correctly, or the automated system is going to screw it up. Almost a given. This is Wizards. I mean, I opened a pre-release pack that had 0 promos in it. Of course they're going to screw up their packaging at some point. So anything, on here is pretty good, but it keeps going. I mean, it gets bad. There's a lot of bad rares in here. The problem is, a lot of these $1 rares are like sagas and stuff. I mean, I would say the best sagas are mythic, but some of these are not dollar cards. I mean, they're like $4 cards. Even some of these lands, I mean, I'm pretty sure they've been printed before, but not like 20 times. So I feel like those should go higher. And they will. 1 or 2 color combinations will go higher, whatever takes off. Like Concealed Courtyard hit like $11, and that's not what it launched at. So it is what it is, but the rare average is not terrible, but it's not good. It's $1.80. Ooh, I mean, so the average rare, if you just ignore the fact that mythics exist, the average rare will get you $1.80. Well, in a $2.99 pack, that's not very good. It's even worse in a $3.99 pack. So let's combine them together. Now, mythics are printed at half the prevalence as a rare, but otherwise they're pooled together. So the average from the rare slot, as I call it, the slot that could contain a rare or could contain a mythic, and it's kind of like a weighted average, 288. So still below 299. I mean, this isn't great. I mean, it really isn't great. People are like, "Oh, look at Dominaria. They finally printed a good set. It's so good." No, I think what people should be saying is it's not a complete and utter catastrophe dumpster fire. Okay? Once we get to the final box EVL, we'll show you why that is. So let's look at the foils, because foils are going to be pretty expensive, especially since a lot of people want foils for like Commander, just special decks collections. You know, they just like the character, whatever. I think this is going to be a pretty heavy one, but just in general, the average foil is worth 1.4 times the amount of the normal card. Some are triple, some are 1.2. It just is what it is. It just tends to work out to be 1.4. I did extensive calculations to estimate this. So I don't even want to explain the equation because people keep saying I'm wrong, but I'm not. So I took the rare slot average and did that times 1.4 for the value, and then times 0.21 because I think that's the average number of mythic to rare weighted ratio out of every card that could be in the foil slot, and then multiplied it by 0.25 to represent the fact that only 1 in 4 packs have a foil in them. So the foil, but rare and mythic only. So foil uncommons I didn't count, foil commons I didn't count. I'm just basically assuming with this set there were 0, which is of course not the case, but you know, whatever. That would be 21 cents, which is terrible. I mean, that is just horrifically bad. So the per pack sum, so the rare slot plus the potential for a foil is what that is. That would be $3.09. Woo! Throw a party, guys. We beat $2.99. Congratulations if your LGS charges $3.50. So multiply that by 36, we get $111.23. Oh my god. Now I think Amon Cat about a week later was like 80. I think it was like so bad. Ixalan was a disaster. That both of them got eaten by the fact that energy couldn't be beaten. I mean, they just couldn't compete with energy. They straight up couldn't. That was a fact. So 111. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, but if you know my LGS sells them for 100, that's a good return. Yeah, it is, and it's a good set. I mean, it's good to collect. It's good to play with. A lot of good buildable decks. A lot of good individual cards. It's just good. I like the set. But 111. Okay, BFZ was 185-ish, somewhere in there. Might have been 188. It was 180 something. Okay. And that was like, okay, we got Expeditions, we've got this, we got that. Oh, by the way, I was wrong. Expeditions are not in Dominaria. So, oops. I really thought they were coming back. According to the response to that video, so did all of you. Everybody's like, yeah, this would be the one they bring it back for. That makes sense. Just take all the legendaries and make them masterpieces or something, you know, whatever. Nope. but based on these numbers, ooh, could have used it a little bit, but I guess they're probably going to throw masterpieces in the next set that doesn't have lands, and they usually have dual lands in every other set, because remember, it was usually 1 per block and 2 sets per block, but not now, so they could just skip every other block. And the core set, like, why would that have dual lands in it? I don't think they ever did, unless... Oh, no, they did. That's right, they did. Whatever, it's random, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, 111 is terrible. I would consider, in my professional opinion, because remember, I've sold like 30 sets, or 20 at least, I don't even know, a couple years worth of sets, on a very large scale. Like we're talking, I'd order $5,000-$10,000 worth of products. Anything below 135 is a dumpster fire, and anything below 150 is not a success. That's how I would put it. And I think just about anybody will agree with me. So, I mean, if I start looking at like real stuff, we're talking any card below $1 on the rare scale. And even that, I mean, honestly, any card below like $3 I'm not going to sell, but we'll just say even $1.99 on down, because those are pretty hard to sell in a set of 4 and they're going to get eaten up by the cost of an envelope and postage. This would probably drop to like 90, and I'm paying 78 a box. So then you got labor, time, sorting, whatever. It's not good. The set isn't good, but it's also not $80. It's not a losing prospect. And remember, what was it? Well, BFZ went from $185 to like $42, I think. It was flirting with, and I think at one point beating Homelands for the lowest box EV ever in the entire 25-year history of the game, or 24 at the time. Wow. It was like pull Ulamog or piss off. Oh man, that was a shame. So yeah, so 111 might look good to you, but it's not. The funny thing is, a lot of these cards I think are going to go up. Some of these mythics are going to cruise right on down. I mean, a lot of people are very excited about like the mocks and stuff, but other than that, I think as soon as some of these take off in a deck, because nobody knows what's going to happen, because this is like what is it, the 7th set to be legal or something like that. So you don't know if people are going to play it or not. This is not, oh, there's 4 sets cycling out, so of course they're going to adopt it. Of course they're going to play it, which would cause the prices to be higher. The confidence is super low. Nobody knows what anybody's going to build. I think Dominaria is going to take over pretty well, but some of the more degenerate decks I've seen at the high level tournaments lately that cover standard have been, well, pretty degenerate, pretty hard to beat. So maybe some cards from here make them worse, but if it, or, you know, better, I should say, worse if you're playing against them. If that happens, you know, a couple cards are going to creep up and then Dominaria is just going to fail. But if the main mechanics like, I don't know, Night Synergy, Life Gain to an extent, Legendary Synergy, Historic Synergy, just Saga and Delay Control, Revel and Riches specifically, if any of those, well, that's Treasures, it's a hybrid. If any of those take off, you're going to see just cards shoot through the roof. And, you know, like I said, whatever lands go up are going to go up. Whatever becomes popular, they're going to go up. So, yeah, watch for that. I mean, just watch for what happens. It should be really interesting. But, yeah, I mean, I wish I had better news. It's right in the middle. It's just, well, it's not terrible, but it's not great. So, awesome. For Wizards lately, for the garbage that they call products lately, this is actually pretty good. But just keep in mind, probably a third of the cards going to be miscut, misprinted garbage. At least that's what I saw in my pre-release kit. So you can just take that and scratch off a third of it because it'll be unplayable and unsellable. Just basically heavy player worse condition right out of the box. So thanks, Wizards. Thanks for just taking a dump all over card quality again. I'll see you guys next video.